All right, good to have you on, Mr. Traden. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, what's our brain thinking about today? Tell me. So, you recently got back into the creator world, and we know one of your biggest problem in life is impatience in terms of when you see results.
This
Correct?
is true. It is. It definitely is.
So the question is, how does a person that knows valuable results takes time but consciously struggles with wanting immediate results stay motivated?
Okay, so just to clarify, the question is, how do I stay motivated as a person that struggles with wanting to see immediate results?
Right. Just what is that conversation in your head sound like?
Well, first of all, I kind of sound like this. You know?
I bet.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot that goes into that because, first of all, motivation is a slippery slope, right? I think we all know that.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
I think that the degree in which you want something simply just has to always completely eclipse the motivation you're expecting to feel.
And can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, of course. So let's make two scenarios. So one scenario, you got a person who's searching for motivation to go to the gym, and scenario two is a person looking for motivation to go to work.
Okay.
All right, so take the person who wants motivation for the gym. There's two choices he can make. Choice number one is he can wait for the motivation to feel like going. And choice number two is envisioning your end results of what you're even going in the first place for.
All right, I'm following you. I'm following you.
So let's say he goes with choice number one. Okay?
That's tough. That's tough.
You're damn right. Yeah, and it's going to get tough too. So even if you choose choice number one, choice number two is always the end result. It's still the overall goal and why you're even looking for motivation in the first place, right?
Right.
Now let's temporarily put that to the side and let's go to scenario number two.
Okay.
So scenario number two, you got bills to pay to keep a roof over your head and you're looking for motivation to go to work on a Monday. Guess what the hell you're going to do regardless?
You're going to get that ass up and go to work.
Right. You going to go to work, right?
Either way.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you could partially call that discipline, but more than anything, it's an absolute necessity to you. You got to do it, right? So,
okay, I see where you're going with this. So gym person needs to figure out a way to make attaining that end goal in choice number two an absolute necessity for them, right?
Yeah.
Am I on the right?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and that absolutely comes down to the person, but to answer your question in terms of my own life, I'm very rarely ever motivated and usually don't feel like doing things at all. I think you got to get yourself to a point where you don't even expect motivation. It's simply a fucking do or die thing for you, and you won't have any happiness and or respect yourself if you don't accomplish these things that you told yourself you want to accomplish, you know?
Okay. I think that could be useful to some people and detrimental for others, right?
Yeah.
Like you can agree with that.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I feel the self-talk can be harsh depending on the person you are.
It can be, but then you really just got to ask yourself two questions.
And what are those questions?
Well, first of all, you got to ask yourself, is this truly an absolute necessity to you to accomplish? And do you not see satisfaction with yourself at the end of it if you don't accomplish this?
I see. Yeah. And it requires you to be super, super real with yourself, I imagine.
It does. Yeah. But anything of value that's worth attaining is going to require a lot of self-critique.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't stay motivated. I just do my best to ignore the limbo my mind puts me in or tries to keep me in. And instead, I think about how badly I want the end result I've spent years envisioning of whatever goal it is I'm trying to accomplish.
Interesting. So you said you ignore your mind.
I do my best to. I do my best.
Interesting.
The fuck? Trey?